Flaherty.
And this is Flahertys on Films, where we discuss films from our totally non-expert point of view. Like, we don't know anything.
No, we're not good at films.
Or smart.
No.
Generally.
We dumb.
This week, we continue our countdown of the AFI Top 100 with The Sixth Sense from 1999. Michael, would you like to give us a little synopsis?
A boy... Thank you. A boy who communicates with spirits that don't know they're dead seeks the help of a disheartened child psychologist.
Good snap.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I do. So, have you seen this film before?
I knew nothing about it except for the twist, which I feel like everybody knows.
Right.
I knew the director M. Night Shyamalan, who's famous for doing twists because it's like silly now.
Right.
He's sort of a notoriously silly person. And that's it. And I have not seen this movie until I saw it for this.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I saw this film when it came out on VHS in the year 2000. And now I was 13, and I wasn't a particularly bright 13-year-old. Mm. And I thought, everybody like there's a twist, and like everybody, and I thought the twist was that he saw dead people.
Yeah.
So I was like, I already know what's going to happen. And like, oh, it's just that he sees, and I'm like, oh, it happens kind of early in the movie.
Weird. No, it's not really the twist structure.
So I have to say, as somebody who got to experience like, holy shit. Oh, spoilers. Holy shit, he was dead the whole time.
Yeah.
It was an amazing feeling, and I'm sad for you that you never got to experience it, because it was like, whoa. But seeing it, like, knowing the twist is also but we'll get into that.
Yeah.
My initial reaction to the latest viewing, though, was like, this holds up.
It's a really
This is a good
movie.
film.
Mm-hmm.
But if only we had some more like knowledge about it, like a little more
some sort of context, or like what is this? We saw it, but what is it?
Right. What's some cool history?
Oh shit! I'm checking on my watch.
Oh, what time is it?
Bam!
Down for Stan.
Probably shouldn't yell that loud.
Yell it out loud.
I yelled it too loudly.
Oh,
I don't know. I like it. This film was nominated for 6 Academy Awards. It didn't win any.
Best director.
Best director.
Best supporting actress.
Best supporting actress, and who is it?
Toni Collette.
Correct.
She should have won. That's insane.
Best twist.
It did not win Best Twist.
Best Haley Joel Osment.
He was nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
Nice. Best score.
Best Picture, Best Editing, and Best Original Screenplay.
What was happening in 1999 that they didn't win any of those?
Something better.
Okay.
It's only 1 out of 4 horror films that have been nominated for Best Picture, along with The Exorcist, Jaws, and Silence of the Lambs.
That's a really cool fact. I like that a lot. Best Picture that year, research just came in with Shakespeare in Love.
Oh. Boo.
Boom. I don't remember.
I've
like
never
that.
seen it.
Best supporting actor was James Coburn, Affliction. I don't even know what that is. I disagree.
I think history has forgotten these people.
And also nominated in Best Supporting Actor was Ed Harris from The Truman Show. He was great.
Isn't the right year.
Yeah, that's good.
It's not the right year, I hear. So let's try that again. Never mind. Oh, American Beauty's pretty good. That's what won.
All right, let's. We got this.
Oh, sorry.
Let's continue on this train here.
So this was actually inspired by an episode of one of my favorite and least favorite shows growing up, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Specifically the episode Tale of the Dream Girl.
It was... Really?
It was inspired by that.
I love that fact. I love Are You Afraid of the Dark? There with the match.
Yep.
That's all I remember from the title sequence.
They throw Santa at the end.
Yeah.
Maybe that's all I remember, too.
Man, such a good title.
It was a great title.
Yeah.
I watched it I've watched every episode, and I cannot remember anything about it.
Well, that's pretty bad.
Wait,
Please continue.
there was the... Okay, sorry, never mind. There was the one with the magic soup. I remember that.
Yeah.
Well, this one is about a girl who goes the whole episode with her brother before you realize at the end that he's dead.
Whoa.
And they love soup, I bet.
And they love soup. So the big thing in this film is that everything red is linked to supernatural. So the door, the church when they first meet is a red door. When the mom is going through and touching the photos that are weird, she's wearing red nail polish. When the wife's at the dinner, she's wearing a red dress. The door handle to his basement is red. And when he turns up the dial on the speaker, it slowly goes from white to red. So when
What about white?
No,
White's more of a ghostly color.
Ooh. Casper's not red.
There's never been a red specter.
okay, well, you can talk to M. Night.
Okay, I will. I'm trying them out.
This was Michael Cera's first film audition. He auditioned for the role that would go to Haley Joel Osment.
If there was like a quirky like rom-com, that makes sense.
But he's probably 10 at the time, Michael Cera. Like, he's just so awkward. I see dead people.
See, I don't know.
Toni Collette was so brought in by the emotional responses in the film and just all the different things. Like the car scene was her favorite. That's when she decided to do the film. She didn't actually realize until she saw it that it was actually a horror film.
I get that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of agree with her. Like, I don't think it's a straight horror genre film, you know?
That was going to be one of my talking points. Yeah, it doesn't...
Yeah.
I don't really like horror films, but this is...
Agreed. That's
All right.
So the soundtrack does give it away because the last song on the soundtrack is titled Malcolm is Dead.
Huh?
So anyone who bought the soundtrack before seeing the movie...
Is that a thing people do? Like, I don't really want to see this film, but let's see what the director put together for a playlist.
You don't know.
Yeah.
And on top of being on the AFI, film list, top 100 film list, it's also on the AFI 100 thrills list at number 60.
It's not really a thrill.
I was thrilled.
Oh, okay.
I'm just thrilled about how good it was.
Woo!
Yes!
Really suspenseful.
And it was also on the 100 movie quotes list at number 44 for obviously the...
I see dead people. Yeah.
I mean, I was chilled, like, at some points in the movie.
Absolutely.
Like, I think it can be a thriller.
Yeah, but that's not... Chill is not thrill.
Is it not?
No. Thrill is like a roller coaster. Woo! Thrill, right?
All right.
Thrill is... Dun, 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 I've got a gun, there's the bad guy. Dun, dun, dun. That's a thriller.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think that was great, and that was
Bam!
time for Sam. All right, let's get into The Sixth Sense. That was just...
Those were great facts.
Yes, great facts. I wonder what other people thought of it, though.
Let's check out the Amazon 1-star review of the DVD to Sixth Sense.
Yes.
I'll start off. Don't understand this one exactly, but I love it. Here we go. This DVD was a fake. What does that mean? I wonder.
I think he's pretty straightforward.
It's a great review. All right.
This one, don't think about it too hard.
Okay.
I have 6 senses.
Love it so far.
Hearing, taste, sight, smell, and touch. For listeners at home, that's 5. If this movie is supposed to give you a 6th sense, I got ripped off. Couldn't even find my 6th sense in the special features.
There's so much to unpack there. I have 6 senses. List the 5 senses. So he doesn't... Does he get the title?
I don't know. Maybe he meant to say... I feel like he's trying to be funny.
Yeah. All right.
We don't have to read all this.
I'm going to read all of it.
All right.
Right here. So here's a long one. Okay. I always felt this film was flawed, a series of disjunct ideas that seemed, in a theater, to lack a central focus, representing a somewhat inexperienced effort from a young writer-director. There is no doubt, however, that the film became very addictive for audiences, for a variety of reasons, including the excellent cast. I only barely understood why Cole Sear is seeing dead people and hearing voices, and how he deals with this and explains it to Malcolm Crowe is the very point of the movie. One of the deleted scenes expand on this thesis, and in conclusion has made the plot less obtuse. Why it is deleted is not fully explained by the director's comments. I did find the sound to be excellent with good separation. An atmospheric soundtrack by James Newton Howard is excellent, while the film is a neat little thriller.
Thriller.
It falls short of achieving legendary status that The Silence of the Lambs achieved. Why was this review included?
It was a 1-star review.
Yeah, okay.
Also, I mean, I'm just so confused. Like, it sounds like he likes the film, but he's just going to be an asshole? Also, why is it compared to Silence of the Lambs? Like, why is it like Silence of the Lambs?
I've never seen Silence of the Lambs, but...
I think it's on the list.
Well, I'm so excited, because apparently it's comparable.
All right. Got this for my son to see. ... Disappointed to see how dated it felt and how thin. Man, we were all so impressed back in the day. My 13-year-old son said... That's stupid. He didn't notice no one talked to him for an entire year?
I don't get that one. Oh, Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that was a good review. I still don't know what all the fuss is about. Sure, the effects were cool. What little there was. Good. That was not a lot of special effects. It's true.
But they were like breathing like it was cold, but it wasn't.
That's not easy to do. And the acting was good. But this one is slow, SLOW, moving flick. Although not nearly as bad as Unbreakable. Oh, I like Unbreakable. If you like ghost movies, movies by directors that are way too full of themselves, or good old Bruce, then get it.
I do like those.
I do, and it's on my checklist. It's not one that you'll watch over and over again. That might actually be true.
That's true about most movies, though.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Didn't like it like others did. Not sure what the hoopla was/is about.
And here's a great review. Weird. All right. It is. It's a little strange.
It's a little weird film.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let's get into it. I really liked this film. Like, I honestly thought, so again, I was a teenager around this time, and you were just sick of the Sixth Sense hype. Like, the I See Dead People was parodied so much. And
yeah.
I'm just like, all right, like, I'm sure it's a fine film and we'll watch it. And I was blown away by the pacing, the cinematography, the acting, and there was so many moments in the film where I was like in suspense, which is weird because I knew everything that was coming, you know?
Yeah, totally. Because you've seen the movie before.
Right. Well, I guess I forgot a lot. So, like, there's one scene where a young girl, played by Misha Barton of the OC, she's the ghost, and it turns out that her mother was poisoning her, and young Haley Joel Osment reveals it at the wake, and it's like,
That was a damn good scene, yeah.
So good.
So my only sort of worry going into the film, because I didn't know anything about it except for the twist. So I felt like I knew how the movie ended.
Right.
So as it began, I'm like, is the twist just going to be like, whoa, is it just going to be a surprise, or will it actually have value? Like, will it be a meaningful ending besides just having a shock value? And I was really surprised that it did. When we talk about the ending, I guess I'll talk more then.
Yeah. I do think of the acting set, because everybody pulled their weight. Haley, Bruce, but I do think Toni Collette really is amazing.
So good.
So Sam referred to earlier the scene in the car where her son admits to her that he sees dead people. And well, first of all, it's just this great little piece of dialogue where he's just like, I can see a woman's neck breaking. I can see the accident happening. And I know this because she's standing outside my window. See? Thrilled. Are you thrilled at home? And she just, like, barely says anything, but she just is so much raw emotion. And I'm like, damn, Tony.
So those reviews were actually right. It is a very slow-moving film, but the tone, the vibe of this movie is just excellent.
You know, but I'm such an impatient person, and I hate slow film, even films that I can admit are good, but I get bored.
Yeah.
I was not bored.
No, I guess I wasn't either. Even though I knew the mystery. I knew exactly what was going to happen.
And I love watching all this. So, again, spoiler, that Bruce is dead the whole time. Like, the little scenes, like he shows up late for his wife's anniversary. Because the whole time they set up that we think their marriage is deteriorating. Because he got shot and he's, like, too wrapped up in his work. And he shows up late for the anniversary dinner, and she's just ignoring him because she's so mad. And they do it, like, so well.
It was really well done, yeah.
So good. I just, and sometimes I forget that Bruce Willis is a good actor.
He's a treasure.
He's a treasure. And I feel bad because I said this exactly earlier when we were talking about Bruce Willis.
What'd you say?
I said that about Pulp Fiction, that I forget.
Oh, yeah. He was awesome in that, too.
Yeah. Just, what a treasure.
He's a treasure. That's all there is to say.
I think of all the actors we've just discussed in this entire, like, let's just, Bruce can just go in the special Flahertys on films. I'll give him the award in my AFI.
For best actor?
For just best.
Just like
what
that
guy.
What a guy.
That guy. He can do comedy.
Bruce.
He can do action.
Oh, man.
He's really good, but he's not pretentious about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, okay, research is...
Research thinks he is pretentious, but research is wrong.
Research, can't always go with the facts.
Also,
Gotta trust your gut sometimes.
Let's talk Haley for a second. What is he up to now?
He's in Silicon Valley.
Oh.
He's like a VR engineer who's like, everyone likes it. He's doing good stuff.
Okay. Because
he might not be a good actor, but he was just so perfect for this role. Because he just had like that sad face. Just looked haunted the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is so hard to not be annoyed by child actors. And I don't feel like the limitations are their fault. Like, they're children and they can't, I don't know.
Can't control that.
Right. Like, I don't hate children actors or anything, but I can think of so few films where I'm like, damn, they're so good. And you're right, maybe it was just the perfect film for him. Like a Michael Cera, where he's maybe doesn't have a great range.
No, but
so good.
man, he would have been awkward.
But
uncomfortable.
Michael Cera is perfect in the roles he is in.
Right.
Is my point.
Yes.
Did you like the soundtrack? Sorry, it's been brought up twice, and I don't really, it's not memorable to me.
I know James Newton Howard is like a really famous composer, but I don't really remember the soundtrack too much. I'm sure it was great.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting that 2 of the reviews, or it was just one, that mentioned it was a little dated. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel that at all.
Not even a little bit.
I thought that was...
Because there's no, like, ghost special effects. It's all practical.
Which I like that a lot.
They were freaky.
Yeah, I liked that there were limited special effects.
So this movie, it is technically a horror movie. Like, it's in that genre.
I guess the ghosts.
And some of it was scary. Some of it was really freaky.
Oh, man. When Misha is, like, vomiting under the table.
Yeah.
And, like... Oh, and then, like, yeah, when he would, like, sneak up and, like, take the blanket off. Yeah, there were definitely some moments that I was like, I'm so scared.
But mostly not. Mostly it was just really emotional.
It's just really good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I wish I had more to say about it. So, just about the ending, I thought it was so well done. So, in the very beginning of the movie, there's the throwaway line where Bruce Willis and his wife are talking about the research that he's been doing. And she says, this research has always come first. Or what was the line exactly? It was something like she was kind of joking about it, but not really. Like, the research, you should have won that award because...
I came second or something like that.
Yeah.
And I thought it was like... It stuck out because it was an unusual thing to say, but it's not like the film, or not like the camera centered on her and like made a note of it. Like, that's important. It's just like, oh, that's just something you said, and you kind of forget about it, but it kind of sticks in your mind. So when that comes in at the end to be like the whole point of the film where he goes, "You never came second," I just thought that was so brilliant. I'm like, I didn't even know that was going to come back, but it came back in such an awesome way.
It's interesting because when that throwaway line to me was like, oh, so this is why they're apart all the time, is their marriage is deteriorating, and that's
right. You thought it had another motive.
Yeah.
So you thought you were sort of done with that whole kind of story, but then it came back. It was so awesome. I thought that was so powerful, and for the movie to end on that was amazing.
What didn't you like about it? Like, let's go there. What didn't you like about it?
I seriously think this was a perfect movie.
Whoa.
And that's not like... I like flawed movies, you know.
Sure.
It's not that perfect as in this is the best movie ever made, but just like everything about it, it fits in the movie just right. Yeah. There's none of the actors did a bad job. Yeah, I'm sure the music was fine. I don't remember it.
I'm trying to think, like, none of it was really gratuitous. Like, there were sometimes little details or little asides. And I also don't agree that not knowing where his power came, like, I don't care about that.
It doesn't matter.
I didn't need more details.
That's not important. Yeah, it also felt like, this movie, you said this earlier, but it was paced perfectly, where once the tide is turned, where Bruce Willis says you should, like, you should help these ghosts, they spend just the right amount of time of Haley, like, helping a ghost.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they have that little story, and that little story was so cool.
Oh, I was really disturbed that one scene where he's at that kid's party and they lock him in with...
Yeah.
That, like, disturbed my core.
And it was disturbing, but it fit the film.
Yeah, so well.
Yeah, so it's just excellent.
God, I really want to criticize it.
I seriously think it's a perfect film. Everything about it fits in the film, enhances the main point of the film. I think it's just amazing.
Yeah. God, if only we could get a third opinion, though.
We need, like, there's 2 of us. Right?
But if there was somebody like us, but different.
Like a specter. No,
No, let's have an alignment.
No, now that I'm thinking about it, let's get our brother for a very awesome bro call. Let me just get my phone. He's very far away. I don't, what is he doing? I don't know. What's his life like? Call John.
Which John?
John.
Brother John.
Brother John.
Who's your roomie?
It's an old roommate. I gotta take those numbers off. All right, here we go.
Shout out roomie John.
What? What is that?
What is that?
What is that? That kid.
What? No.
What?
It's coming from inside the house.
Like a ghost.
Different movie.
Woo!
Different.
Well, still, we had fun with that bit.
Yeah.
John
John's here.
John.
For a very special live bro call, John Flaherty.
Still doing the movie thing?
We're still doing the movie thing, but
Oh.
yeah.
Right.
This is different though.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Different.
Sometimes this is a little radio magic and we actually sometimes record them in the same day. Sorry, listeners, to destroy the magic.
So, John, for this roll call, we are reviewing the movie Sixth Sense. Have you seen it? Do you like it? Tell us everything you think about it.
Oh, Sixth Sense. Yeah. So I remember seeing this after it came out, and I had a little bit of problem with it so it had 3 strikes to me.
Oh,
3 strikes.
this is different.
Number 1, I don't particularly like scary movies.
Oh, okay.
And I had gone to a party like on Halloween, like, oh, we're gonna watch a scary movie, and so they put on Sixth Sense. I'm like, well, I'm already gonna check out of this because I really don't want to pay attention because it's scary. And then 2, I started watching it. And I'm like, wait, this isn't really that. This is what?
Yeah.
I feel like I've been misled. So I kind of came in on the wrong foot and then had to transition midway through.
Sure.
And then, well, Colleen, you know my friends. They can be kind of jackholes every once in a while. And of course, somebody comes up to me as I start getting a movie. You know Bruce Willis is just dead, right? I'm like,
Whoa!
your friends are terrible.
That's awful.
I know, right? So then I proceeded to recheck out and go do other things. Though I did get back in time to catch the ending. I remember this. And I'm like, oh, this would have been a good movie, wouldn't it? It's kind of disappointing. And I remember this because I didn't get his next few movies. But when I was in college and we were going to the theater for some reason, I'm like, oh, M. Night Shyamalan is like, he's decent, right? And we went and saw The Village.
Yeah.
Which I seem to think people hated, but I really got into it. Like,
Really?
I was really invested
I
in
never
the
saw that
movie. The whole premise of the movie was that, like, it's like colonial times, and they're all in this that sort of era.
Yeah.
And they're all in this old-timey village together, like, making their own butter and doing their own thing. But you can't leave the village grounds because there's a monster out there. And like the whole movie is that premise. But then somebody gets really hurt and they like try to go through the forest to get help. And it turns out like all the adults had been hurt elsewhere in the modern world. So they came in and made a village and then like came up with this monster idea and like literally acted as the monster. So I can't remember the main character. She like leaves through the forest and then looks up and like there's a plane coming overhead. And like a forest
great.
ranger comes up and pulls up and like, who are you? What? And she's like literally wearing like Revolutionary era clothes.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because I feel like M. Night does get a lot of flack for most of his films. But like for The Happening, that was warranted.
Yeah.
It was the trees. That was the twist.
And
Sorry.
I also saw way after that, but I think it came out before The Village, Unbreakable. That was super fun.
So good.
Nobody. Okay, it's so funny that you mentioned that because every person we've told that we're reviewing Sixth Sense, for some reason they've all brought up Unbreakable and how shitty it is, and Mikey and I are like,
Yeah.
No, I love that movie.
That's a great
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
And you know me, I love, when it comes to stories, I love the concept of evil. Evil in many movies is an abstract concept, like, it's over there, it's the bad guy, it's evil. No, good storytelling, evil needs to have a real believable motive.
Yeah.
And
But
that
also
movie
some
freaking nailed it.
but also
I
some like
loved it.
ambiguity as to the nature of evil. and,
Exactly.
like, he's never taken a sick day. He was in a train accident where everybody died. I love that movie.
Because Sam Jack wanted to find him. It was great.
It's a good movie.
So yeah, I don't have that much to say in Sixth Sense, but I have a lot to say around it.
Okay.
I appreciated it.
I hear M. Night did a recent movie that was well received, but I never saw it.
I forget what it was called. But then the next movie he's going to make is a sequel to that movie and Unbreakable.
Yes!
Interesting. Well,
Yeah, that might be silly, but-
Here's the reason I saw The Village and I really enjoyed it, but I never got back to him just because he became such a stereotype, and I knew about Sixth Sense and seen Village. I'm like, well, I don't want to go see another one because I kind of know what's going to happen, or at
Right.
least I know what I'm going to expect, and it's not going to hit me the same way.
So that's why
I
people probably don't like The Village, is because the twist gimmick is easy to make fun
Exactly,
of. At that point.
exactly.
I
so
think-
I never went back to The Well.
Yeah. I think the last film he did, there wasn't a big twist.
Split.
Oh, right. Or maybe there was.
So
I don't-
maybe the twist is that there wasn't a twist.
Yeah, isn't like, who's the actor, the young...
James McAvoy?
Yep,
Yeah,
that's right.
James McAvoy is very good, I hear.
Yeah, no, I want to see it.
So Sixth Sense, you don't really have an opinion on, but you can see how it could be a good movie.
It clearly was a good movie that I didn't pay enough attention to have a really good
And
understanding.
your friends ruined it for you.
I was really hoping.
Oh, because they're terrible.
I was really hoping that you would not like this movie because I feel like we agreed too much. But oh well.
No, I'm glad.
Has anyone done the line yet?
No.
No, we
What? Why would we?
Got it. I see dead people.
Whoa, oh, that's like the movie. It's so funny.
Should I just see myself out now?
Yeah, I think we gotta hang up this call.
Yeah. Click.
Click-a-ching.
That was
End call.
that was bro call.
That was our bro call.
That's funny guy.
What a comic.
So would this go on your personal?
Yep.
I mean, the cultural impact alone makes it go on the AFI.
I don't
think.
care about that.
Well,
It's just a good movie.
all right.
I don't care about history. I don't care about culture. It's a good flick.
That's a good thing we're doing this podcast session.
Yep.
So the next question: did you like it?
Yes, very good.
Very
What's your grade? A+.
A plus.
Yeah, because it's perfect.
I just.
It's not my favorite movie. Yeah,
I'm gonna give it an A.
All right. Why? You don't have any criticisms either.
I guess my criticism, it's not my favorite movie. It would not even be in my like top 20 of favorite movies.
But there's no better movie that's trying to do what this movie did, or that has this kind of tone.
You know what? I feel like your arguments are very compelling, and I'm gonna give it an A plus.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's close this out.
That is it for Flahertys on Films. Thank you to this week's sponsors.
Who are we sponsored by this week?
FM Radio.
FM radio. I need to hear some cool tunes, but what's the internet?
Right?
Yeah. What is it?
I don't know. Where do I get my cool tunes?
There's only one possibility. Who else are we sponsored by?
We're sponsored by K Jewelers.
I don't think the FM radio can sponsor people because that's just a technology. Now that I think about it, they're not a corporation.
In our last episode, we were definitely sponsored by Robot Overlords. I feel like you can't push back on this.
They have money. Of course they have. They got all the cash.
What, like all the Bitcoin?
Yes, exactly.
All right, I'm so sorry. I take it back. That was a lie. We're not sponsored by FM radio.
What was the second sponsor?
K Jewelers.
K Jewelers. I need that beautiful Leo diamond for every occasion.
Right.
Oh, no, he loves me.
I don't know what he said.
Our brother said that's how we know he loves me.
Gotcha.
That's good.
So funny.
Yeah, very funny. Brought to you by Kia Motors.
What do they do? Cars?
Yeah. What else do they do? What's the second thing they would do?
Shit, I gotta go to this meetup. I can't walk there. Kia Motors.
But also a bicycle.
Or a bicycle, whatever.
Brought to you by bicycles.
Kia Motor, yeah, they got a real pay up. And we'll maybe take off the bicycle
Come
thing.
on, bicycles.
Yeah.
Or we could get some bicycle money. Because
Right.
we're not sponsored by
Hey,
bicycles.
Trek, listen up.
Trek is a Madison, Wisconsin company. Do you know?
Well, they should really be listening in then.
Yeah. Trek Bicycles, sponsor us.
Badger State. All right.
That's it for Flahertys on Films. Join us next week when we discuss, who knows, because I don't know the list in
We're
front of
going
me.
to discuss Swing Time next week.
Oh, right.
No, Swing Time
Nope,
is first.
Swing Time is first.
Oh, it was
Your next
first.
film is Bringing Up Baby.
Bringing Up Baby. Sounds great.
Sounds like...
Sounds pretty bad. I'm not. That sounds bad. It's good. Oh, all right. Different opinions.
Okay.
Okay. And cut.